Hi, Matt Thomas here with another OneChart lesson. Today we are looking at Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. It's a fun song to play, got only 4 chords to it. We're going to do both versions using bar chords for those that like to do the original chords for a song, and for the easy version we're going to use a capo on our 4th fret. Now to start with, I'm going to show you the original chords so you'll see what we're doing. The original chords are G sharp, B, F sharp, and E. All major chords. So G sharp, B, F sharp, E. If we want to do the riff that kind of goes throughout that song as well, we can play it like this. This is how it would go on your guitar without a capo. Okay, so there's an advantage to this, and I'll show you what it is in a moment if you don't figure it out for yourself. We do the 4th fret on the E string, 5th fret on the G string, and play that twice. Then we move up to the 7th fret on the E string and the 6th fret on the G string. Now I've used fingers 1 and 2 on the first position for E and G strings. Then I've reached over with my 3rd finger and used that on the E string, kept my 2nd finger on the G string. So I've gone from there to there. But you can use whatever pairing of fingers is most comfortable for you. 4 and 5, 7 and 6. Then we move down to 2 on the E string, and again back to my 1st finger here, and 2 on the B string, 2nd fret on the B string. And then for the last position, the last chord, you lift your finger off the E string. Now that is what gives you the advantage over the capo version, which is that you get those low F sharp note on the E string 2nd fret, and the E string for the very last position, you get those 2 notes being nice and low. So again, 4 and 5, 7 and 6, then jump over to the B string from the G string, do 2 and 2, then lift your finger off the E string. And the chords are the same all the way through. B, F sharp, E. The easy version is using our capo on the 4th fret. So all of a sudden that turns that G sharp into an E chord. So now, before when we were playing a G sharp, we had our bar finger across that 4th fret. But now we've got a capo there, we can just play a simple E chord. Your root note for the E chord is your open E string. When your capo is on the 4th fret, your root note is now this open E string, which is actually the 4th fret of the E string in real terms, which is actually a G sharp. That is why we know it's a G sharp. So, the other chords now become much easier as well. So we've got E, G, then we do a D, followed by a C. So everything here is just relative to what the 4 chords that we were doing before. The 4 original chords, everything always stays relative to each other. If you move one chord up by 3 frets, 4 frets, you've got to do the other one as well. You've got to do every single chord by the same amount. So now our chords are really simple. E, G, D, C. And now our riff becomes much easier as well with a capo on the 4th fret. So we've got open E, 1st fret G string. Then we've got 3rd fret E string, 2nd fret G string. Now the fingering also becomes easier now we've got a capo as well, because now we can use open string, 1st finger. Then we reach across with our 2nd finger on the E string to play the 3rd fret. And our 1st finger just slides up 1 fret to the 2nd fret on the G string. that finger stays there on the G string, and we move across and play the open D string with the 2nd fret G string, and then we come back from the open D string to the 3rd fret A string and play the G string again on the 2nd fret. So that last position shifts from open D and 2nd fret G to 3rd fret A, 2nd fret G. And that is really the main difference in the sound of that riff compared to doing it without a capo, because the last 2 notes, those 2 notes, without the capo, you get them down here. Get what I mean? Anyway, that's all there is to it. You play that riff, you play the chords, both of them pretty much go in and out throughout the whole song, and the actual pattern of the chords doesn't change throughout the whole song. So there it is, Old Town Road, Lil Nas X, capo on the 4th fret, E, G, D, C. Again, E, G, D, C, riff, again, without the capo, G sharp, B, F sharp, E. The riff, one more time. Hope you found that easy. It was a very, very simple song, and I've taken you through it both ways, with capo and without capo. It's your choice, however you like to do it, but I hope you enjoy playing it. Come back to the OneChart website. There's heaps of charts being added all the time, and we hope to see you there soon. Thanks.